being said, we can officially begin the playoff rounds, the first round here. So, let's go through. We're going to start with the East. The East. In the East, we have the Heat. The Heat, alright, I think they're going to play the Hawks, because I believe the Hawks will win. If the Heat play the Cavs, 4-0. If the Heat play the Hawks, 4-1, maybe the Hawks will probably get one at home, and then the Heat will take one away, and then take Game 5 back at home. So easy 4-1 series for the Heat. They're a solid squad. Who are they going to play? Well, winner of these Sixers Raptors. I'm expecting a good one. It feels like the Sixers are a more solid team. The Raptors are good though. I think the Raptors are gonna put up a fight. I have this one going to 7. I have this one going to 7 games. I think Raptors Sixers is going to 7 games. I think the Sixers are gonna take it. Sixers 4-3. They win in Game 7. They advance to play the Heat. We keep going down. Celtics Nets. Celtics Nets. The Nets, man. You know what this one is. You know what this game is. You know what this matchup is. I'm predicting right now. This is like last year's Lakers Suns. You have the Suns. They were 2 seed. Lakers 7 seed. But Lakers, they got a really good team. Like, you don't want to play them as a 7 seed. They got LeBron, AD, all that stuff, And the Suns were way better. The Suns were just way better team, and then the series ended, and you're like, well, of course the Lakers lost, they had injuries, blah, 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 blah. I mean, this is how the Celtics-Nets one feels to me. It's like, Kyrie, KD, the Nets are scary. They're not that scary. Last year's team was better. Ben Simmons is even going to play. They keep saying, he's going to play round 1. The guy's like he's not even doing one-on-one stuff, he's doing like 1-on-0. He's like barely drilling, he's barely doing anything. And he's not putting shots up, so I don't even know if Simmons is going to play. If he does, he's set out the whole year. Maybe he'll be good defensively, but I don't know. In-game shape is a thing, so it's just like, the Nets, they're not scary. KD and Kyrie, they're going to have to both go for 30 to win, just to even have a shot to win these games. And I think they will. I think they'll win one game. Celtics 4-1. The Nets are not that good. So, moving on. Who are the Celtics going to play in the second round? The Bucks. They're going to beat the Bulls. I have it at 4-0. It might not be that bad. The Bulls could certainly put up a fight, but it might not be as bad as I'm saying. Because let's be honest here, all these predictions. The thing is, all these are probably going to be wrong. There's always. I got my Celtics bias, but the Celtics, that's an easy one. I'm telling you. But most of this stuff, it's probably going to be wrong. But that's why I don't get paid to do this. But Bucks 4-0 over the Bulls. So into our second round, we have the Heat Sixers and the Celtics Bucks. So we'll head over to the West, figure out the first round matchups over here. Suns versus the winner of the Pelicans and the Clippers. The Clippers, I think, will win that, but the Suns will then put them down 4-1. Clippers probably get a home game, and then the Suns just take Game 5 when they come back. So 4-1 feels like a good one. The Suns, easy win for them. It'll be similar to the Heat beating the Hawks. Clippers are a tough team, but not tough enough for the Suns. There's a reason the Suns are the 1 seed. They're very good. They don't lose very often. Moving on to Mavs, Jazz. Now Luka has that calf strain or whatever. I was thinking maybe I'd pick the Mavs in this if he was like fully healthy, but I don't know. I like the Jazz in this one. The Jazz, maybe they're not happy finishing 5th this year. Maybe they're just not. Maybe they're not as good as years past. But I think Mitchell, Clarkson, Gobert, it's gonna be enough to get him past the Mavs. Especially if Luka is not 100%. If the Mavs win, it's because Luka kind of just shows he's the best player on the court. But I got Jazz 4-2. So Jazz will advance to the second round, winning 4-2. It should be series. I hope Luka plays, or else it's not going to be a good series. The Mavs without Luka, it's just no, you don't want that. Moving on, we have the Grizzlies versus the Timberwolves. Good old 2 versus 7 matchup. Grizzlies are good, man. Grizzlies are good. I like this matchup for the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves, they're a tough team, man. I think they're going to play them tight. I think they'll play them tight. I think it'll be 2-2. And then Grizzlies will just take the next 2 games. So I think it'll be 2-2. I think it'll be close. I think they'll be able to take their 2 games at home, tie it up. They're going to be in this. They're going to have a shot. But at the end of it, we'll probably see the Grizzlies come out on top. They're a very good basketball team. So far, I'm just picking the higher seeds. But, no, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. Actually, the Jazz, hold on. The Jazz were the 5th seed, so we're good. But, Warriors, Nuggets, they're missing their second and third best player. They've been missing them a whole year. They've done a great job without them. They really have. But they don't have enough. And I don't even think this Warriors team is that tough. I think they're good. I think they're good for sure. But I don't believe they're that tough. I don't see them making a run to the finals, but they have enough to beat the Nets. They certainly have enough to beat the Nets. That's why I haven't beaten them. So they're going to beat the Nuggets. Or I said Nets. I think I said Nets, but Nuggets. They're playing the Nuggets. Warriors 4-1 over the Nuggets. So we got Suns versus Jazz, Grizzlies versus Warriors. Pretty good matchups in the second. Mostly the higher seeds, but here we go. We continue on. Heat versus the Sixers. I don't know. The Sixers could scare them a little bit, but the Heat, they're playing really well. They have such a deep team. Obviously, playoff rotations use less guys, but they just have such a good squad. Good mix of vets and young guys. It feels like a Heat win 4-2 over the Sixers. I think James Harden plays like he does in the playoffs, except for the 1 year where the Rockets were freakish. Although he did choke in that game, which was the reason that they didn't win the championship, because they lost in the Eastern Conference Final, or the Western Conference Final. Sorry. Should have beat the Warriors that year. They should have beat them. But I don't think Harden can do it. Embiid's going to play really well all playoffs. He's going to be devastated when they lose, because he's going to play well. So Heat, they're going to move on. Then Celtics, Bucks, 2 versus 3 seed. It feels like I don't know, this is a tough one. I got Celtics 4-2. I don't see them going to 7. I think either the Celtics will win 4-2 or the Bucks will win 4-2. So that's that. And honestly, I think we're going to see a rematch from the bubble. Heat Celtics. Celtics are going to get this one. And I have them in the final. Ugh. It's tough. Because I feel like I'm just biased. But I'm trying not to be. I think the Celtics team is really good. I just think the East, there's not many freakish teams. I feel like there's a lot of really good teams. Like Suns, really good team. Grizzlies, really good team. Warriors, really good team. Heat, really good team. Bucks, really good team. Celtics, really good team. Sixers, pretty good team. I don't think there's any freakish teams, and that there's no freakish teams that I think could stop the Celtics. As long as Tatum's got to be Tatum, they got to be how they've been defensively. But I don't see anybody getting in their way. The Bucks. The thing is, this one is tough. Because I honestly think, I think the 2 best teams in the East are the Celtics and the Bucks. So it's a tough pick, because I'd rather them meet in the final. But obviously they're not on the same side. But in the Eastern Conference Final, I mean. But we'll get to that. We'll continue on with the West, and see who our champion is. So Suns Jazz, easy one for the Suns, 4-1. We don't even have to go through this. After this one, the Jazz, every year they question whether they need to blow up their core, move Gobert, whatever it is. They're going to do that again. The Suns are going to destroy them. They're just a way better team. Then we have Grizzlies, Warriors. I like the Warriors. I liked them for most of the season, but Grizzlies seem to be the better team. They seem to be better. And like I said, 1 versus 2 on both sides. That's the thing, though. That's the thing. Like, I like my picks, but in a year where the teams feel so spread out, so even, like, it's either somebody on each side is just gonna take it to the next level and run through everyone, or it's just gonna be a bloodbath. So I'm kind of predicting that the top teams show why they're the top teams, and then they're just gonna separate themselves and get to the finals. So Suns, Grizzlies. Suns are beating the Grizzlies. I have 4-2. Suns 4-2 against the Grizzlies. So Suns, Celtics. Unfortunately, right here, I have my Celtics losing.